So in this video I'm going to just start to document the installation of our Tesla solar roof on our home. Now I've got a ladder going up to the roof, not because of that, but because we just had a forest fire come pretty close to our house, and we were just getting things ready in case we had to battle the fire with fire hoses and things. We were all set up here. Everything's kind of dismantled now, but anyway, I just thought I'd introduce the electricians that Tesla has sent. They're going to upgrade my service panel on the house. You can see my water truck caught my gutter there when we were coming in here with the water truck to fight fire. But as it turned out, the fire never got within 5 miles. But it was spotting out ahead of itself 10, 15 miles at a time. So there was a lot of concern when the creek fire was burning. The wisteria on the front here is grown over, and I apologize for the appearance here, but it'll change drastically. This has been a big earthwork project over the past couple years, but it's all starting to come together, and with some of the finishing touches like my Tesla solar roof gonna be, being the final, kind of one of the final items on the list to check off. So anyway, I'll introduce these guys here in a second, and I guess they can explain just briefly what they're going to do. And I expect that once they're done, it'll probably be a while before Tesla gets here to actually install the solar roof, but we'll put it all together in a video and document the whole process. And you can see we got kind of a weird weird roof line on this house. It's different. So I'm sure it'll be somewhat of a challenge for them to install. I'll show you over here too. Just south of the south entrance to Yosemite National Park. So we have a really beautiful setting here. You can see on the back of the house, AC units up there. There's a swamp cooler up there that we're going to eliminate. Try to clean things up a little bit, but this house is, it's got a challenging roof line for a solar project. So you're Steve, and your son is Landon.
This is Landon. Hey, what's going on, everybody?
And these are the guys that Tesla sent me to install my new panel on my house, to upgrade it and get it ready for this glass solar roof. And Steve, you're just about to show me something here.
Yeah, this is a separate bus. There's a 120% rule of backfeeding alternative energy into an electrical system, and he's got about, if I remember the plans, he's got about 16 kW, about 80 amps of backfeed. So it has its own separate bus, so that his backfeed is not on the main bus with all of his other house. So that meets all the proper codes and gives him the ability to backfeed that much.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're doing it right.
Yes. Yeah, and Tesla even specified. We've done work for other companies that just kind of leaves us hanging, but they actually specify exactly what they want so that we're all on the same page. So Tesla's very, very good at making sure that everything is done right and everything's to spec and to code.
All right. Well, that's good to hear. So Steve, tell us the name of your company.
I'm Steve Laird, and our company is Steve Laird Electrical Contracting.
And you're out of Fresno, right?
We're out of Fresno, yeah. We work pretty much statewide. Not a lot in the northern part of the state, but mostly central and south.
Okay. Awesome. Well, let's see. I'm going to go help him get maneuvered in here.
Very good.
So we're giving Landon here a little tutorial on the bucket truck that we brought in for these guys to use, just to make their life a little easier when it came to working up here on the weatherhead. So Josh is just showing him how to use the bucket controls. It's pretty intuitive, but it takes a little getting used to, because when you're up there on that bucket, the boom, it's made of fiberglass, so it has a lot of flex to it, and it's kind of weird feeling. When you get out there, extend it out like he is right now, it kind of bounces a little bit, but that's normal. And when it bounces, when you have your hand on the control, it tends to cause you to kind of jostle the control, which can kind of set up a little herky jerkiness in the the way it moves until you get used to how to. You just got to kind of figure out how to make it smooth. Looks like he's doing pretty good already.
Two strings, an inverter. I don't know where the inverter goes, or if the panels may do it themselves, but wherever the inverter is, we'll bring 2 AC circuits here.
So now these buses you were just talking about, those are what you're just showing me in the panel there?
Yeah, this is your main bus that keeps your back feed off the existing load bus. So you have it'll have its own breaker in there.
So you can isolate it.
Yeah,
okay.
This feeds into your meter. Off that same meter, separately, it feeds your existing bus.
Okay.
And they'll collect it here. Looks like it looks like it shows a big disconnect outside. Sometimes the inspectors will allow this breaker to serve as this, but that'll be your Tesla field guy's call.
Okay.
Yeah. So
nice.
Approved plan stamp.
Yep.
Right there.
Perfect.
Today they'll come out and they'll clear this panel, depending on what time they get here, and depending on how the jurisdiction works. They'll clear this power for. All we want them to do is clear it for power, and then we can call PG&E back, and then they'll reconnect it. And then on the solar final or whenever they want to come back out, then they can come back and see that we've got all our circuits labeled and landed, and they're on the proper breaker sizes per wire.
Yeah, I heard him.
Yeah, so today all we want to do is just get cleared for power so that we can have your power on tonight.
The girls will appreciate that.
PG&E's here. So
okay,
we
perfect.
haven't had, we've never left anybody out overnight. We don't want you to be the first one.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, everybody go talk to PG&E.
Okay.
Drive back a big truck in there, you can drive back.
No, he's just not used to it. You know, this panel's been kind of a rat's nest since we've owned this house, so I'm glad to get it upgraded.
Is this original or did they
That's
build
original.
onto the house? Is this
Oh, well, this part of the house here, the garage and the unit above it, I think was the original.
Okay, got it.
And they built that to live in while they built the main house. But I think the main house came like, 10 or 15 years later.
Okay.
So it's definitely 2 phases of construction
We
here.
didn't pay any attention to the front of it because I was just focusing on getting here. I did walk out to the falls yesterday and I looked back and was like, man, it's beautiful. Just the way it sits back on. Well, we grew up where we before, and by doing it right, it might cause us a trip.
Yeah, that's a handy little cutter. Battery operated.
See, that's where it used to be hooked up right there. This has been hit. It's been hit before. There's where it was hit right there. See where it's.
We don't know nothing about hitting power lines right
I
here.
understand. That's broken right there.
I don't know.
I was saying, how far is that?
So that's hot, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we're let him handle that.
Cheers, somebody go kiss it.
What is that? Is that 480 volts? Is that what's coming down
You
here?
actually have to touch both at the same time, I think.
He's probably upset because that somebody else has been on it. That wedge clamp wasn't theirs. They never use it. We do. And he knows that coil laying up there on the roof like that wasn't. Somebody's had trouble with it. Something's happened out there before.
Well, I think if you look at the wire where it goes over the road, like right in there, it looks like it's been hit.
That's actually on the rock.
I think it got.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I think an electrician.
I think it got hit by a truck or something at one time.
Fixed it instead of PG&E.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know.
No, that's before you moved here.
That's our story, and we're sticking to it. Huh?
Yeah, see, you don't get into the big stuff until you get above that grade.
Okay.
That's what
The transformer.
Now above that you have to ask it.
So that's used to be 220 then.
Yeah, the same thing you're using in your house.
Yeah.
But when you get on the other side of that, don't bring my tire. Yeah.